everybody, it's Jill with Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. A pretty chilly craft room, actually. Okay, we are gonna play with these Dollar Tree Christmas trees today. I'm using the white ones, but you could use green ones if you wanted to. It does come, we're using 2 of them. 2 trees, and we are just going to throw the legs to these trees away because we're not going to be needing those. And then we're going to take the stand part off as well because we are not going to be needing those as well. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to separate this so that it's all flat. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We just want this flat so we can see where the boughs fall naturally, okay? So if it goes this way or if it goes that way, we just want this back part to be as flat as we can. So I'm just flattening that out. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just find out where the middle and where the top and all the things are. The top one is pretty bent over at first. So I think that is probably a good halfway mark here on this one as well. So I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I think I told you guys already Saturday. Went to my daughter's and had pumpkin pie pie with my pumpkin, and it was really good. So life has been a little bit trying lately, to say the least. All right, now what we're going to do is zip tie these together. I'm using some small zip ties that I get at Dollar Tree, but any zip ties will do. So life has been trying because here I just start to get, I want to push these into each other here. There we go. I just start to learn a new trick. At this age, learning new tricks is not easy, right? Let's face it. And I just started to learn a new trick with video and video. I need pliers to pull these zip ties tight. I don't even think that's tight, but we're going to put several on here. And I was really proud of myself. I was learning, and I was putting video in video, and wouldn't you know it, the devil got me. I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Jesus. He got me. He got me. He said, oh, you think you're so smart? Well, guess what? All this old technology that you're using to do a channel, I don't know who you think you are, trying to do a YouTube channel with old technology. Because really, I was doing, I tell you the God's honest truth, I was running this channel on 3 different phones. And that's God's honest truth. I had a business phone. I'm struggling with these zip ties, but don't worry, you won't. Maybe I need a beefier, maybe a tighter, like maybe a stronger one, and I'll just cut off the excess there. But yeah, so I was like trying to run a channel here, and I had 2 Android phones that I was trying to use. One overhead. That's not really that beefier either. Let's get this one over here. I want a good one. I was trying to do an overhead with one old Android phone, and I was trying to film with my iPhone and edit with another old phone that was a Note 10 with the S stick, and that was awesome. It was awesome. I really could do everything I was trying to do with it until Satan said, okay, she's just going too far now. She's growing in leaps and bounds. Thank you all. We don't need those, so we'll leave those. And zap, all of a sudden the LCD screen on my Note 10 just took a dump. Totally, I was in Dollar Tree one day doing some videos for my Follow Me Friday, and everything was fine. All of a sudden, my phone froze. I couldn't move it. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't close it. I couldn't do anything. The LCD screen totally went on it. Now, granted, this is an old phone, and it was really more powerful than my iPhone that I was using for a telephone. So I literally would do this, you guys. You don't even know. I would literally, so there we have it. There's our little spray. Isn't that pretty already? Little bow tie. Okay, so I was literally going to the Dollar Tree and filming my little videos with one phone, and then I would come home, so that would be an hour or more, right? Mostly more than an hour. And then I would come home with that phone. Lost my clip, probably fell on the ground. And then I would sit for another hour or two and move all those videos to the beefier phone, which was the Note 10. And so that way I could edit over there. I'm telling you guys, it was so backwards. It was like everything I did for my business channel was 3 times the effort. 3 times the effort. And then once that screen went on the Note 10, I said, okay, you're not going to stop me, Satan. You get behind me, Satan, because I'm a determined girl. So you're not going to get me. You might make it harder for me, but you're not going to get me to give up. So I didn't give up. So now I'm working with my 3 phones, and one of my phones on my lap now. I'm doing all my editing on my phones because my computer is a kindergarten computer. That's my next purchase. And so I am editing all and doing all my things, and I got 3 phones that I'm working on every day to get these videos up to you. And then I'm like, one has a pen. It looks like this. My new phone actually has another pen. So it looks like this. So now I'm trying to edit all my videos and stuff, and I'm picking up 3 different phones, and I'm going to work. Oh, it doesn't work. I have to find, where's that pen? It's on my lap here somewhere. It was such a nightmare, you guys, and I still did it with a happy attitude, and I kept trying and saying, I rebuke you, Satan. I'm going to do this. And I finally, finally Friday, after Thanksgiving, with just all the hustle and the bustle of getting ready for Thanksgiving and trying this, all this phone problems, finally, I had a total mini nervous breakdown. Friday, and I wasn't having a nervous breakdown yet, but Friday I couldn't get something to happen on my phone. I was now using Jenny, my partner. I was using her old phone, and that is like, she's been gone 4 years. She may have had it a year or 2 before she passed. I'm cutting off Dollar Tree, what are these called? Holly berries. Just snipping them off to get them ready. So now I was trying to transfer everything over to from my Note 10 to Jenny's phone. And, oh, we didn't take the tags off of this one. And, of course, that phone's older. It's not a Note 10. It didn't have the editing capabilities that the Note did. And I just had a mini nervous breakdown, is all I can tell you. I just thought, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. There's got to be an easier way. So I called my daughter, my lovely daughter. I don't know what I would do without my daughter. And she came over to my rescue. She fixed whatever it was that I was trying to get the old Android to do so that I could get my Saturday video up for you guys. And then she sat and said to me, Mom, let's see, I think I want these two. She said, Mom, tomorrow, meaning Saturday, of course, now this is Friday, Black Friday. She says, Mom, tomorrow, we're going to go to T-Mobile and we're going to get you a new phone. And I said, oh, no, I can't afford a new phone and blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to tell you the blessing, one of the many, many, many blessings that I have had on this channel. Now, she didn't want a big to-do over this, and I know that, but I'm just placing everything that, while I'm talking to you, I'm placing my greens, and I'm not gluing them or anything yet. I'm just kind of looking to see where I might want my placements. So, I met one of my subscriber friends, Bob Kramer, and without even knowing it, I don't know, she just knew I needed a new phone. Well, we met for lunch, and I might have been talking to my aunt about my old technology, and she was with us. And wouldn't you know it, out of the goodness of her heart, she turned around and sent me her husband, who had passed away, Glenn. She sent me his old iPhone, which was newer than mine. Long story short, AT&T would not unlock her phone for me to carry it with my carrier, T-Mobile. That AT&T is the only company that won't release their phones. Verizon will do it. All the other phones will do it. It just so happened she's with AT&T, and probably not anymore, because this really got her upset, and me as well. Long story short, I was able to trade that phone in Saturday because of all the Black Friday deals. And I traded that phone in towards, I'm trying to get these pine cones off of here. Okay, so these were purchased at Walmart. These berry picks and the pine cones were a Walmart purchase. They are not from Dollar Tree. But I want to use a gold wired pine cone at either end here. So I'm just cleaning it up now that I've ripped it all off here. So I ended up trading her phone in. She told me I could. I traded her phone in and I put it towards my new phone. And that is what enabled me to get a new phone and get back up and running, and to be relieved, honestly, truly. The anxiety I have been feeling trying to pull this off with 3 phones on my lap, editing with one, videoing with another, taking pictures with it, it's just been crazy. It really has. So now I won't have to do that. I am up and running on one very, very powerful phone, but I did go back to Android because I wanted to, I know and love Android so well, and I wanted to be able to get done what I needed to get done. All right, now I am going to, you know what, I just pulled those off, but I'm going to put those back on because I was just thinking that I would cut these off and place them individually, but now I'm thinking maybe the whole spray on both sides. So let me just put these back on the stick here, really easy. There, because I think we're going to do that. So what we're going to do here is start gluing our picks. I picked all the picks off. I'm just going to clip these pine cones off here on this one, because I only want one on either side, because I don't want it all pine cone. They are kind of big. I am also going to cut, if I can, this clump. It's a big, thick clump of wire here. So if we can't, we'll just bend it back and forth a little. And the same with this one. That one I cut. All right, so now we're just going to start gluing. We're going to take our longest pick, and I'm going to put a heap ton. We're going to need a glue stick, of course, but I'm going to put a heap ton, and none of this is going to show in the middle. So you want this one out as far out as possible on both of your long ones. So just glue those down. Of course, we have to do a lot of holding on this. So while I am doing that, I wasn't really going to make a big deal out of this. I was just going to go ahead and try to do the overhead, but it timed out on me. So I don't know. I think that might be working. So we're just gluing this over our zip tie mess there, and we have to put a glue gun in, a glue stick in. So yes, times have been, I'm going to go up right there, times have been trying here at Angel Creations, and I just want to say I have so many new subscribers, and I just was feeling like they're not going to know the real Jill, right? Like you guys do. So I'm thinking they are gonna say, this crazy lady, what kind of channel does she do here anyway? So hopefully you have stayed with me and things will be better and get better and better as we go. That's what I'm hoping. All right, now let's put our berry, the ones that have the holly berry in. I want to put a holly berry down on either side here. So let's just maybe we will just put the glue on the stick and stick it in, whoops, where we want it. We'll move these leaves out of the way. We'll fix those later. Put one on this side. Let's see. It kind of has a natural way that it lays, so I'm going with that. Whichever way it wants to like lay. Ow! Did you see that? I don't know who I think I am. But I tried to hit that with my finger instead of this. I need this. Hold that still. Want that down a little bit more. Put a little more glue. And now we'll hold it with this. I hope that is videoing. Let's see, did I do it? Yeah. Okay. So we'll do overhead for a little bit and see how the editing goes. Okay, now I want another one on the other side, right? We want to fill this up. And you know what? Let's cut off a little bit of that stem and glue that down with another heap ton of glue. Just like that, because nobody is going to see this part. And this part doesn't want to lay down. So we're just going to hold that for a minute and get this one ready to go in. Let's see, right there. Okay, so we're making a mess, but that's okay. Heap ton, heap ton, heap ton, heap ton. We fake it till we make it, right? Fake it till we make it. Just push that down in somewhere. Let it get glued up. We are going to probably have to sing the song. Happy holding the hot glue to you. 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 All right, we have a couple more things to add. Glue, please, just glue, okay? Just glue. We don't want to sit here all day. Now, I have two of these berry ones. These were beautiful. They were less than $1 at the Walmart. Less than $1. How can you beat it? So, I'm going to put a good amount of glue on the back. And I'm going to place it right down here. Right in the middle of our sprig. Give it a little reinforcement. And happy holding the hot glue. Okay, now we have to put this one on, but I really don't want to let go of this yet. So I'm going to hold it for a minute and clean up a few things here while I talk to you. We are going to make a messy bow. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm not good at making bows. I'm better at making bow makers. I crafted a bow maker actually one time here on my channel. I wonder if I can snip that a little more. No, I'm not going to need to. But I love to make a messy bow with a lot of cut pieces of ribbon. And so we are going to make a messy bow today for those of you who haven't been with us and haven't made messy bows. So this is really done other than the little pine cones. But I'm going to put my bow on here before I put the pine cones because for a couple of reasons. I want to see my bow placement. I don't want the bulk underneath my bow, and I don't want my bow to cover my pine cones. So I'm just holding this down, and it's a little hot because, that's a photo, because the metal tree, the middle of the tree is metal, and it's really hot when you start holding the metal picks and the metal underneath. Okay, so this is what we have, right? We're going to add our pine cones later. So this is beautiful. Can you see that? This, I'm going to give you a pretty, ooh, I just hit the hot glue. So there we have it so far. It's already gorgeous. It's going to be just beautiful. Okay. Now, I am going to take a couple of ribbons from the Dollar Tree. I have already cut a few pieces of ribbon just for time's sake. So, I am going to, all of this ribbon is from the Dollar Tree. And really recent because I thought I had a lot of Christmas ribbon. And when I got out all of my ribbon for Christmas, I was shocked to find out that I really did not have as much as I previously thought. So I just cut a whole bunch. I'll show you what I cut. I cut a whole bunch of those ribbons from the Dollar Tree. So now I have this ribbon from the Dollar Tree, which is a beautiful plaid. So I'm just going to measure it by the pieces I've already cut. And I want 2 of these. Love the plaid this year. Love, love, love it. And I want 2 of this. This one, excuse me, I am definitely fighting something. And but I'm happy to say I am fighting it. So, onward and upward. A little scratchy, but okay. And I want 2 of these as well. This one's a beautiful, I didn't know what this looked like off the roll, and I'm so glad I purchased it when I did, because it's gone. And like I said, I was really in bad shape for ribbon. All right, are we filming overhead? Let's see, we were. I am going to try this again so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So we are going to start like this. You see, we're going to make an X. Actually, these are way, way too big because that bow would be so big. So we really wasted some ribbon here. Don't do that. Okay, we're going to just make an X with our first piece. And then we're going to just keep, and like I said, we'll have to trim this all down after. Make an X, and make an X, and then keep on going with your X. You can go in up a little bit further and go in between on some of your ribbon. Is that one piece? It just kind of gives it a little personality. All right. But that's why we call it a messy bow. So some can go straight across. Most you need to keep in, I'm trying to get my elves, the wording to go the right way and all the things. Okay, so I hope you could see our messy bow overhead. Now I'm going to take a little zip tie. Could have used a red one, but I'm grabbing a blank. And we are going to take our fingers and mush that all together. And again, I am on a silicone mat. Why do I keep doing that? So you're just going to mash that. Oh, I have one more ribbon. I want that in there too. So let me put that back down. And now I got rid of the silicone mat. So now you're just going to put your finger in the middle and mush that bow all together. And I'm going to flip mine over a little bit and put my zip tie, trying to hold it all with my fingers. Let's put it down flat so I don't lose all my ribbon. Once I have my zip tie on, I'm going to put all my bows going the right direction, okay? So they're all nice and neat. And now I'm going to zip tie that. Make sure they're all going the right way over here. This one isn't, so we'll twist it. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to pull that tight as I can with my fingers and give that a snip. Get that tail off. Now we have our messy bow that you can fluff it out, but we're going to give this a big haircut because I want to go by the back piece because that is the piece that we cut, right, to measure on our bow. So let's just cut. Let's start and stop our overhead again because if it gets too long, it won't let me insert it. So we can trim that from the front. We're just using the back ribbon, our first ribbon, as our guide to go by. Cutting off the big, big pieces. And there is our gorgeous, let's twist this ribbon because it's not facing the right way as much as we tried. And this ribbon in the very back does not have the wired edges. So you're just going to fluff your bow out. But the one above it does have our wired edges. And then as we get into the center, I'm going to give a haircut shorter, see, on the smaller ones. Because we want the back layers to show. And this ribbon is twisted wrong. So see if I can fix that and give that a haircut too. And then we want to do the same thing on this side. We want to cut our ribbon a little bit shorter so that we have all of our back layers showing. Not the snowman, Jill, just the small skinny ribbon. All right, so there we have our bow. Now we can take one of our pieces, we'll take a piece of plaid, and we will just put that right, we'll fold it in, fold our edges in, and wrap that right around where the zip tie would be, okay? Right in the middle. And we're just gonna keep that together with a little bit of glue. Let me get my little finger protector here so I can hold that nice and tight. Lots of going ons outside. The windows are open. It is a little chilly, but I am just so grateful that the AC hasn't kicked on, because it is giving the old AC. That was probably a little bit too small, so let's just hold this together for a minute. I think my ribbon was a little too small for this, so I'm going to take it off because I want to do a better job than that. So I'm going to take this piece and do the same thing, fold it over, just to make it thinner, and wrap that around my middle. Here, we'll put the snowflake in the middle. That will be adorable. And we'll do the same thing. That piece that we were trying to use was just a little on the small side. So we can just use this piece, no biggie. So now the rush is on for Christmas, right? It's gonna be, I told my roommate and best friend, I said, now that Thanksgiving is over, it's gonna be go, 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 go. Everybody's gonna be hustle and bustle and shopping and packaging and mailing, and and it's such a wonderful time, isn't it? It's a wonderful time if you love to do that. I do. I love to craft. I love to give. I love to shop. I love to decorate. I love all of those things. Some people don't. I don't understand it. But some people don't. Okay, look at how cute that is. So cute with that little snowflake. All right, you guys. Now, let's take our little spray back, and let's just put a tab of glue, a little tiny dot of glue, and lay these greens where we want them, because they are twisting plastic and we're gonna hide all that, but we just want those to lay down, and so they're not looking up at the, we're not looking at the plastic side. So I'm just going to twist it over and glue it down. It's my spray, and if I want to glue it, all right. So we're going to do the same here. That looks good. This one could be glued a little bit, maybe a little more glue. That one I can move, manipulate better without. So after you're happy with your whole thing, and we might have to cut our bow. This one doesn't look right for sure. And we might have to cut our bow because, you know, it is maybe too big once we get it on here. But if that's the case, we'll just give it another haircut. I'm just fluffing. I know. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Fluff, fluff. All right, we're going to put that bow right down here in the middle. I'm going to cut a little bit there and a little bit there. Okay, and that is going to go right down with a heap ton of glue. Right in the middle, making sure that your elf print is reading the right way, right? You don't want it upside down. Because it kind of is upside down to this. I mean, I've built it this way. So if I were to flip it right now, it would be all upside down to the way I built it. And now we have pine cones to put on. So I just wanted to wait until all of my bow and stuff was on. This is so pretty, you guys. It's just so much fun to go to the Dollar Tree and find things for $1.25 and come home and just make the most beautiful things for your home on a budget. I just love it. I absolutely love it. All right, so that was hot, hot, hot. All right, let's see. I think I slid, so I have to push that over in the glue a little bit more because it was hot and I was holding it and sliding. Gotta hold the happy holding the hot glue to you. But it's beautiful. Then we will fluff it like you do your Christmas tree, right? You're going to have some of these boughs you want sticking up. We want some flat, but we want some sticking up. And that makes it look, and this would be beautiful as well with your green trees. But I wanted a white one. I thought it would be really pretty to have something different than the green. So I'm just pulling up my boughs so that they are full like a tree, like you would do your tree, I should say. And it looks so pretty. So pretty. Let me know in the comments. I am interested. I have never done a white Christmas tree at Christmas. Let me know in the comments below if you have ever done a white Christmas tree. All right, that is beautiful and I do love it. I will fluff that up, but I am not happy with this part. I'm going to show you. Let me show you what I'm not happy with. The back here. I'm going to take a big piece of ribbon and let me see here. This is what I am unhappy with. You can't see it from the front, but I know it's there. So I am going to take another piece of ribbon and cover that all up. I know we have a cute little snowflake in the middle, but maybe we can try to do it again. But this has to be covered because I don't know, maybe the big green one in the middle. I can't live with all of this showing. So that was way too much, but we're going to cover that up. So we're going to put some heap ton, not a heap ton really, just a little. We just want this covering all of that metal. And when I do the next one, I'll pull it tight. I'll pull it snug. But I don't know if we're going to get a, I don't think we are. We're not going to get a little snowflake in this time. That's too bad. All right, but I can't live with that, so we are covering that all up. And that is how we are doing it. Oh, we need some glue. Oh, Bill, we need some glue. I don't know. Did I use that whole glue stick already? Bill's disappointed because I haven't been dropping things. Bill is my friend Bill and Christine that I met here on this channel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I've met so many nice people on this channel. I'm just Should be using my thing, I know. All right, now, this stuff's sticking to it. Let's see if it's safe enough to take that off. And now, let's look. Oh yeah, that's much better. I like that much better. You can't see all of the metal. Much better. Now we are going to put a hanger on in this, and we are going to put pine cones on. Don't let me forget pine cones. But right now I am going to put a hanger on here. I didn't really know how I was going to put a hanger on here. I'm going to, I think I was going to use this for a hanger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it. Can you guys see? I don't know if I'm gluing. I'm going to glue it, right? But I'm also going to zip tie it. So right now, both ends of this little string that I'm using are in a glob of glue. And then I'm going to take a couple of little zip ties and just zip tie that right on, and we'll glue the zip as well. There we go. There's one. I got my finger in the glue, and then this side we'll also zip tie. I hope you can see what I'm doing above me. So what I have done is I just zip tied my string onto the back of my spray. I'm going to cut this off, and I'm going to give that a little glue just to reinforce it, because you know I'm not really strong, and I'm not really I'm not pulling my zip ties as tight as they could go. All right, we're gonna get rid of the cobwebbies and fluff this out. And you guys, this is so cute. We're gonna put on 2 pine cones here. You really don't even need them, but they are gonna be right there and right here, and they are just gorgeous. I think I would like this one is smaller. I'm gonna put this one on. Just gonna put my glue on the end of the wire that it comes with and stick it right down there. And do the same. I'm going to straighten my wire out on this one just a tad so it's a little more precise. Oh, dropping glue. Drip, drip, drip. And we're going to put that one right there. And then we will lift this up and we will see where he's glued in and give him some reinforcements. And the same over here. And you guys, this is, after we get all these cobwebbies, this is a beautiful finished piece. Twist this ribbon. I keep finding ribbons that got twisted that I want untwisted. Okay, you guys, let me get all these spider webbies off me, and this is a beautiful piece. I think this is gorgeous. You could add a bell to the middle of it if you wanted. What do we think? Is that gorgeous? Wouldn't that be pretty over a door? A doorway, or under a bow window, a picture window in the front of your home. I think that is just gorgeous. I hope you guys are happy with this craft today. This is a great time for you to give me a thumbs up And caring and sharing is caring. I am covering up some of my berries there, but that's okay. Sharing is caring, so go ahead and share this video with all of your friends, family, and social media. It really helps my channel grow. And make sure you are subscribed and say hello to me in the comments. And let's get to know each other, right? If you are new here. All right, everybody. Excuse me, I was trying to get out of here without that cough. Thank you, all of you, for being patient with me and all my technical difficulties in learning. And until I see you next time, I hope that you be good and do good. Bye now.